Let's get straight into the news. Karina's red jersey sparks political controversy. Is Karina a conservative? On May 27th, Karina shared a series of photos on Instagram taken on the streets of Tokyo. In these images, she sported a red jersey with a bold diagonal stripe and the number 2 prominently displayed. The combination of the red color and the number 2 quickly caught the attention of netizens. Red is the official color of the number 1 conservative party in Korea, the People Power Party, and the number 2 corresponds with the presidential candidate Kim Moon-soo, who is from the People Power Party and is running for president as of now. While this wouldn't have caused any issue at any other time, some interpreted Karina's post as a subtle endorsement for his campaign, as the election is literally only a few days away. In fact, the pre-voting starts tomorrow. Supporters of Kim Moon-soo praised Karina, calling her a patriotic conservative and the goddess of the right, and comments like "Karina is definitely number 2" flooded the post, suggesting alignment with the candidate, and even the spokesperson of the People Power Party gave a shout out to Karina. Meanwhile, the left have been showing mixed reactions, some saying it doesn't have any political meaning or that they will not be supporting her anymore because they see this as an endorsement. As the controversy gained traction online, Karina quietly and swiftly deleted the post from her account. Now, I did see some international comments saying that, oh, like these candidates are so sensitive. I do think they have to understand the cultural context here. In Korea, it's considered quite rare and taboo for celebrities to express their political stances. Many go as far as to refrain from making the peace sign with their hands during election season, as it could be interpreted as showing support for candidate number 2. And color clothes are also a no-no. Many wear white or black instead to avoid any confusion during election days. And on the other hand, some celebrities have been using this fact the other way around, choosing to show support in subtle ways by wearing certain colors on voting days. So you can see how like these colors and these numbers, especially around this time of the year where we're literally like a day away from the pre-votes and just a couple of days away from the actual voting day, we're in a sensitive time, and obviously it's definitely not wise to wear any kind of number or colors. On top of that, she's wearing red number 2, which happens to be the official color of candidate number 2's party. While I'm not saying she's publicly endorsing this political figure, I do think that it is a huge coincidence that she happens to be wearing a red number 2 jersey around this time of the year. There's probably a lot of people that, must be in chain of command when uploading anything on that Instagram page, and no one thought this would cause controversy. I don't know, man. But we'll talk more on the after show, and on to the next news. Is China taking over K-pop? HYBE sells entire stake in SM to Tencent Music for $177 million. On May 27, HYBE officially confirmed that it's selling its entire 9.38% stake in SM Entertainment to Tencent Music Entertainment. Yes, that is the Chinese company, for a whopping $177 million US. This means that Tencent Music now becomes the second largest shareholder in SM, right after Kakao Corporation, which holds over 40%. Now let's unpack the implications of this entire deal. HYBE is calling this a part of its choice and concentration strategy, basically saying they're ditching the non-core assets and doubling down on internal IP and long-term growth, which seems to be a good strategy here because their investment in SM Entertainment wasn't all that fruitful as they had hoped it to be. This marks the official end to HYBE's brief and chaotic entanglement with SM Entertainment. Remember, in early 2023, HYBE tried to take over SM by buying 14.8% stake from the founder Lee Soo-man, and the plan was to grab another 25% via a tender offer and take full control over the company. However, SM executives were not having it, and eventually Kakao swooped up SM Entertainment and became the top majority shareholder of the company, gaining its control. Now, because of this fact, HYBE was not really able to utilize the assets they have in SM Entertainment, and therefore that is probably why they're selling it off right now. Now, Tencent's move is calculated. This comes as China appears to be finally easing its unofficial ban on Korean entertainment, one that's been in place since 2017. The ban was originally a fallout from geopolitical tensions, but now with warming ties, Chinese companies are re-entering the Korean culture market hard with these buyouts. Not only does Tencent already have stakes in YG and Kakao Entertainment, around 4% each, but now they're doubling down with SM. And it's not just them. RBW, the label behind Mamamoo, just signed a major strategic deal with NetEase Cloud Music, Tencent's main competitor. So we're seeing a very big influx of Chinese money in Korean music again, and I'm sure David, who is in Europe right now, is very concerned with this invasion that he will likely call this. But all in all, like, China money and the Chinese market has been a vital part of K-pop's spread throughout Asia. Although there were those political issues that caused the severance of the ties, the Chinese market is quite literally the second biggest market in the world for anything, right? Sometimes first. So like it or not, we're gonna need Chinese markets if we want to grow even bigger and exponentially. So this is the way it's gonna be, like it or not, and we will have the Chinese companies coming into Korea and making K-pop and vice versa. On to the next news. We're gonna go over to YG, as YG is debuting another group. As on May 28th, YG Entertainment officially introduced the first member of their next-gen girl group titled Next Monster. And leading the charge is the 15-year-old Australian trainee named Evely. YG's founder Yang Hyun-suk teased this move earlier this week, confirming that the company plans to debut a 4-member girl group and will be revealing the lineup gradually. To go check her out, she's really good. And of course, whenever we have a trainee so young, we're gonna see those comments saying she's too young to debut. But you guys can be the critics. We've had this debate so many times over the past 7 or 8 years on this channel. But yeah, YG is utilizing the same tactics that they've been using for a very long time. Make performance videos, build hype, and then do the next reveal, Next Monster, YG is clearly positioning this as a successor to Baby Monster, I think, who are still in their rookie era themselves. So I'm thinking, like, if I'm a member of Baby Monster, I might be a little bit worried. Not saying they're there to replace them, but when you literally title it Next Monster and you're the Baby Monster, then is it a little too soon? I don't know, but let's just see what happens. Tell me in the comments below. And that's it for today's news, but we do have a lot more news that we can talk about. We want to talk about, actually, on this video, but it's too political. Right now, it is election season, and we had a series of debates. I'll go through a rundown of the candidates and debates on our after show and what the political landscape looks like in Korea right now. And we'll also talk more about K-pop as well, industry insider stuff on patreon.com. So stick around, go to Patreon, support us. Only a cup of coffee a month, and every single week we have new shows there. Now, David is not here. It's a bit lonely, but we are right now in a phase where we're going through multiple business trips back to back, each separately, abroad. So we'll be back very, very soon in 2 or 3 weeks as the original duo. But till then, just please stick around, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.